Morning, everybody. We have just a few more pieces to put in place before we start swinging a kettlebell. The next piece that we have to look at is the knees and the ankles. So what you have to understand about the knee is it's like this knuckle in the middle of your finger. It's a hinge joint. It only bends one way. It's not like the shoulder that moves in a circle. If you move your finger to the left or to the right, you'll know it. You'll do the same with your knee, only it's a delayed reaction. Okay, here are the things you need to think about. Point your toes, point your big toe in the same direction as the bend of your knee. Let's do it with one foot. Bend the knee directly tracking over your big toe. Now imagine holding a heavy weight. This will work fine. If you turn your foot in and track straight forward, now imagine what that would do to your knee. Same thing if you turned it out. When you swing a kettlebell, you're putting both legs, both feet under heavy load. Those toes need to be tracking directly, or the knees need to be tracking directly over the toes. So the feet should be pointed straight forward or slightly out. The next thing we're going to talk about is the knee. When you sit back into the kettlebell swing, it's as if you're sitting on a chair, sitting into a chair. You fold here at what's called the inguinal line. Chop. Set the hips back. Now watch what happens to my knee when I do that. The knee stays still in space as I kick back. It bends, but from the knee down, this whole thing is motionless. It's like I'm wearing a pair of ski boots. If you've got a pair of ski boots, put them on and do this exercise and you'll understand. It's exactly like we're going to sit in a chair. And then when you come back up, lean forward to put your weight over the heels, push from the hips to stand. Right? Chop, sit back. The reason why we do this exercise and the reason why kettlebell is such an important thing to practice, because every exercise you do involves forward drive of the hips. Forward drive of the hip is the basis of all athletic endeavor. Every jump is forward drive of the hip. Running is just forward drive of the hip off of one leg and then the other. Every twisting motion is done from the hips. Right? Drive of the hip this way, drive of the hip back the other way. Swing a baseball bat, golf, tennis, everything that requires you to deliver power tells you to do it from the hips. It's because these are the biggest, most powerful muscles of the body. It's why in all of our weightlifting training, we work from the center muscles out to the periphery. It's no different than any sport in that regard. All right, there it is. Knees and toes in line, folding back at the hip, keeping the knees still in space. You have to bring your consciousness to a different part of your body and do these exercises. So if we combine keeping our back straight, keeping our shoulders seated, keeping our core fired, folding back at the hips such that the knees stay still in space with the knees tracking over the toes, we're almost there. We can start swinging our kettlebell.